My name is Patricia Stoneking, and I'm the president of the Kansas State Rifle Association. And I'm here today to talk about our endorsement for Congressman Todd Tiahrt in the Senate race. We felt that it was very important to endorse Congressman Tiahrt because he has been a leader in the Second Amendment issues from the very time that he entered the Kansas legislature, I believe in 1992. And he has done a number of things that have been very important to protect Second Amendment rights in Kansas. Congressman Tiahrt introduced the very first concealed carry legislation in the Kansas legislature back in 1993, I believe, and it kind of paved the way for all those to come after him, and it took a lot of years to bring that to fruition, but as you know, in 2006 that bill was finally passed. Congressman Tiahrt is probably known most widely for his, what we refer to as the Tiahrt Amendment, which protects all of us from information being released from the TRACE database by the BATFE, and protects our personal information, and also protects us from having unlawful or unrightful, I should say, lawsuits being brought against individuals as well as gun manufacturers. We feel that Congressman Tiahrt has been not only someone who voted affirmative for legislation that we felt was important, or worked to defeat legislation that we felt that should not be passed, but he's been a leader and has spearheaded those efforts to protect the Second Amendment. And for those reasons, we believe that Congressman Tiahrt would be the best person to represent us in the Senate, and that's why we have endorsed the congressman.
Well, I'm Todd Tiahrt, and let me thank you all for coming. I want to thank Patricia Stoneking for her endorsement, as well as all the members of the Kansas State Rifle Association. Patricia Stoneking is a woman of courage and honor, and I'm honored to have her endorsement as well. I also want to thank Congressman Dick Schultz and his wife Nancy for coming out to Kansas to help us in this effort. This has been a very dynamic campaign the last few weeks. After doing this for more than 540 days, it's getting very exciting, and I'm really enjoying this last push to the end. We've seen a lot of people come on board, and we're very excited. We feel like we've got an excellent chance of winning this race. The Second Amendment has always been very important to me, as the whole Constitution has, but it's a symbol of how we protect our freedom. I was a lifetime member of the National Rifle Association prior to starting in politics. I hunted as a child and as a young man, and continue to do so. And I believe that if we don't stand and protect our Constitution, when it comes to the Second Amendment, we won't have the ability to protect the Constitution, whether it's the First Amendment or the 10th Amendment or the document itself. So I'm very pleased by this endorsement. I think it reflects a value system that Kansans hold dear to their hearts, and I'm just pleased to be here with you today. We will take a few questions, and I want you to know that we're very good with true-false questions.
Can somebody address the endorsement thread, the Rifle Association?
You want someone to address the endorsement threat?
Yeah, somebody explain
Would you
what's
care to
going
say?
on, what happened?
Todd Novascone, who is Jerry Moran's campaign manager, his fourth one, and his chief of staff, called me and questioned me about the endorsement that the KSRA had made, and I told him that yes, we had made the endorsement, and he told me that in his words, when Jerry is elected, you'll be sorry. He also went on to tell me that it was going to cost us the loss of our members, and I felt very threatened by those statements. There has been a lot of misinformation out there, and I feel like that endorsement was important, and we needed to get some of that stuff cleared up. He pursued trying to get me to back down on the endorsement, and when he saw that I wasn't going to relent in that, he hung up on me.
Endorse anybody? Can you address both of those?
I can. First off, understand the endorsement is from the Kansas State Rifle Association and that we are a 501c4. It was not from a political action committee. And as a 501c4, we have a legal right to get involved in political matters and make endorsements and speak to our membership about what we believe would be the right choice for Kansas.
The question of the threat, you didn't take it as a physical, did you take it as a physical threat or a political threat? In other words, you'd be punished politically.
Yes, I did not take it as a physical threat. I did take it, though, as a political threat in that, in essence, he was saying to me that if Jerry Moran were elected, that they would punish us for the endorsement. And, of course, telling me that he believed that we were going to lose our members, in my mind, was a scare tactic.
How can they make members go away from the organization? How could they affect it?
Well, I'm sure that with a lot of negative misinformation, they could have an effect on the members. And of course, we would have to spend a lot of time trying to clean that up and make people understand, or clear it up, make people understand that there was misinformation. Well, Congressman Tiahrt is rated A+, which is the highest rating you can get. And he got that rating because he has basically 100% on all the issues. In other words, he has never done anything contrary to what we believe our mission or our objective is. Congressman Moran is rated A. Not that that is a bad rating, but there have been some legislation in the past where we felt that Congressman Moran did not vote on the right side of the issue. We also felt that Congressman Tiahrt is more of a leader. He has not just sat in Congress and voted affirmative for bills that we wanted. He has actually authored and spearheaded those bills and many efforts to House Amendment 222 under H.R. 2122. There was an amendment sought to repeal the District of Columbia law that prohibits residents from possessing firearms. Moran voted against allowing the residents of D.C. to possess firearms, and Congressman Tiahrt voted yes to repeal the gun ban.
And I think what is significant about voting against the repeal of the D.C. gun ban is that he has sided with the most liberals on the United States Supreme Court, because this is the very law that was struck down as unconstitutional. So he's taken the position of the liberals on the United States Supreme Court. And I think Kansans need to know that. Now, I know this becomes shocking to some people, but there is politics in Washington, D.C. One may ask, how do you get an A rating when you vote against the repeal of the D.C. gun ban, and when you vote for additional background checks at gun shows, and when you vote to restrict kids who are 17 from having hunting rifles and shotguns? Well, there are politics within the NRA, and they have overlooked these three votes. So I think it's important that Kansans know that even though there's politics within the National Rifle Association, here in Kansas, we stand for the truth. We want to make sure that voters have the opportunity to make a good, clear decision of who has their finger in the air and who will stand on the Second Amendment and defend it.